Hello, my name is Mustafa. Welcome to Lab 101. We'll be talking about analysis of variance ANOVA. We already talked about t-test and chi-square test. This is the third one. This is almost identical to t-test, but it has one difference. You have same as categorical independent and numerical dependent, but in your independent variable, you'll need to have three or more groups. So let me explain with the examples. These are the exact same examples that I put for t-test, but the difference is that we have 4, 3, 5, and 10 groups in our independent variable. So let's examine these. Temperature is measured with temperature probe or and thermometer, so it's numerical and it's dependent on the 4 materials. And since there is 4, we should do ANOVA. And let's see, rate of change. If you subtract, rate is subtracting one number from another, and that means it is numerical and dependent. And the metals changes the dependent variable, so these are independent. This is independent variable, and it has 3 metals, so it has 3 groups. And this has 5, this has 10. You get the idea. Let's see types of ANOVA. We have repeated measures ANOVA and one-way ANOVA. So if you're involved with time, this is like related samples t-test, but it's for ANOVA. So the time affects. If you have time in your experiment and you should supposed to do ANOVA, you should do repeated measures ANOVA. If there is no time, you should do one-way ANOVA. Assumptions are normal distribution, random sampling, and no outliers. For one-way ANOVA, you will also have equal variances. Normal distribution means you will have to do one test. We'll have to find outliers and remove them. If you want to do repeated measures ANOVA, random sampling doesn't really affect us because if you keep the conditions same, you would get the same value in natural sciences. So, assuming that you are going to measure pressure, if you keep the other conditions same, you'll get always the same pressure. So we don't need random sampling. Random sampling is for the social sciences. These statistics were originally created for social sciences, so we don't need those. We don't need to worry about these. Non-parametric versions of the ANOVA that I already talked about. Repeated measures for repeated measures ANOVA, you should do Friedman test, and for non-parametric of one-way ANOVA, you should do Krivka-Wallace test. Let's see variants of one-way ANOVA. These are independent of time, as you would recognize from one-way ANOVA. If let's see what's MANOVA and two-way ANOVA is. Two-way ANOVA, it's same as one-way ANOVA almost, but you have another independent variable. It don't need to be categorical. It can change. It can be ordinal as well. I mean, it can be numerical as well, if you like. And for MANOVA, you have multiple dependent variables. You have one independent but multiple dependent variables. So this one is generally done in biology. I never seen MANOVA on the years that I done statistics for my friends. I never seen one of them do MANOVA in chemistry or physics. They do in biology. You do like you have 3 groups of fruit and you measure mass of it, like the volume of it, amounts of seeds in it, how much starch in it. How would you like you measure a lot of things. If you're doing that, you should do MANOVA. But if you have multiple independent variables, you should do two ANOVA. You shouldn't have 3 independent variables. If you think that it's in the 3 independent variables, probably you have like repeated measures ANOVA. You don't have 3 independent variables, so I advise you to recheck that. I'll be able to teach you one-way ANOVA, repeated measures ANOVA, one-way ANOVA, two-way ANOVA, but unfortunately I couldn't find any sources, the online calculators for it, for MANOVA, which I would suggest downloading SPSS and learning it from there, or hand calculating it. It's up to you. But you can do, for this one, you can do multiple one-way ANOVAs. For the dependent variables, it's possible as well. It's up to you, but there's not an online calculator for this. Both have same assumptions with one way ANOVA, so we don't need to check. We'll need to check equivariances as well. And the tests for these are done on a program. Not for this one. This one will need to be done on SPSS, or you can do multiple one way ANOVAs, as I said. I'll explain these later. Thank you for watching. I'll do one way ANOVA, repeated measures, and two way ANOVA videos short after.